we've got a couple of guests in the studio, Toddy. We like to bring some of our listeners in that are regulars, and we've got Will, Taylor and Jaime, who are regular listeners. Feel free, obviously, to stay as long as you like, but thanks for coming in. Will from Goodwood, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Will for Goodwood, that's the name that I've been using,
Yeah, the alias, of course. Jaime is a South Australian amateur junior golf winner from earlier this year, is that right? You won the title?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, well, how long have you been golfing for?
Golfing?
Yes.
Well, I first picked up a club around the age of 6, and I'm now 18, so 12 years pretty much.
12 years, wow. And what, you dreaming of going pro, or what's the ambition?
Yeah. World number 1, actually.
World number 1. Well, that's understandable.
No, straight for the top, aim for the stars. You might as well aim for the stars. You might as well go for it. I like that, like the confidence.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, we've been in contact on the show, so it's actually nice to meet you in person all the same. How did you get Jaime roped in to SEN track, Will? I've got to say that.
Well, it was actually last year when you guys were running your event for the golf day.
That's right.
Oh,
yes.
really? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so Jaime was over playing in the Australian Amateur, and I left the earphones down, and she just picked them up, and I had the station on, and that's when she actually started to text into you guys.
Oh, fair enough.
Thinking it was me, and then I think it was with eBay at the time.
Yeah, Mitch Bayer. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and as the conversation grew, you thought she was a boy. She went to she's a girl.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's
all
all
right.
right. She's been called worse. And she's been texting in. She doesn't do too much, but when I'm in the car or we're driving around somewhere, because we listen to you guys all the time. Yeah.
You must think we're weirdos. No. Well, just in relation to golf, though, so you finished year 12, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's finally
at the start
done.
of November.
Does that mean golf becomes your number 1 priority
Yeah,
at this
just
point?
golf. Golf and golf only.
Yeah. Who do you look up to in terms of the current pros? Lydia Ko or Nellie Corder or Hannah Green or any of those types of players?
Those 3 are the main ones. They're all pretty cool. I love Lydia. I love Catherine Kirk, but I don't...
Yeah.
No, she's around still a bit. But...
No, she's dropped off the scene a bit.
Yeah.
But when they used to have the Australian Open here, the Women's Open. Yeah, Catherine made a beeline for her when she was quite...
Is that right?
Yeah, it's stuck ever since because Jaime volunteered when it was here in Adelaide.
Okay.
And, the girls were great, that Oz Open here.
Yeah. Are you like her coach or how does it actually work?
Coach.
No.
No, but do you coach from the sidelines, I guess?
The only thing I do is carry a wallet for her to get her. No, I mean, look, she's way beyond. I'm no sportsman or anything like that. She's a sports person, so
yeah.
The coach tells her what to do. I try and help her with that, and then I get told to shut up. So, yeah.
Fair enough. I was going to understand that. Taylor, are you interested in golf as well? Did you carry on the same tradition or?
Well, yeah, I started picking up golf only recently. Well, I did do it because, my sister did it, but now I started to seriously get into golf and, try and put in effort and lower my handicap and maybe follow Jamie's footsteps and, follow what she did as well. Yeah,
fair enough. So did you introduce them into golf or was it just one of those things where they took an interest?
Well, I played cricket and I like all cricketers, you like to fill in your Sunday when you
have the day off, something to do. Yeah,
all of the cricketers play golf in their spare time, don't they?
Well, when you get rolled early and you got nothing to do in the afternoon,
got to take your frustrations out somewhere.
Yeah, it's cheaper than drowning your sorrows. So I had a golf set, and she just picked the stick up, and it started from there. And so I thought, well, if you're going to want to enjoy it, you might as well get your own gear and speak to a proper professional, which she did at a young age, and it's just grown from there.
Is there, Jaime, I mean, you probably got to have a little bit of natural ability to be at a pretty decent level. Did you sort of have that natural ability straight away, or did it actually take a lot of time to get used to, I guess, owning your skills?
Well, it definitely took a while because to be able to hit a ball. I
can't do it even now.
I'm rubbish. I know
you've offered to coach me, but I tell you, I can't hit it off the tee. I'll just embarrass myself.
If I'm not the worst golfer, I'm in the top 3. I'm telling you, I'm shocking. So full credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely did have a little bit of natural ability, especially with my swing speed and my power from Dad. Dad hits a ball a mile, and I think I saw that as a young child and was like, I want to be like Dad. I want to smash it. So kind of got that. And then hand-eye coordination probably as well. But most of it's from practice and hard work to be able to hit it as straight and good as I do, pretty much.
How's your putting game?
My putting?
Yeah.
That's probably the best part of my game.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
a lot of people find that as the most frustrating, don't they?
It can be very frustrating.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Based on personal experience. So, yeah, well, it's one where you can probably practice and it's probably not as difficult in regards to, you can go over and over again without having to chase the ball. And I know there's driving ranges and things like that, but, that'd be one, I think, where when you miss putt after putt, you just have that desire to try and actually correct your skills in a way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's it. So what's the future hold? Are you going to college, is that right?
Yeah, next year I'm going to Boise State over in America.
Right.
The college is in Idaho, so I'm very, very excited for that.
Yeah.
That will be for 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Wow.
So do they have scholarships and things like that?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
That's how I got into it.
So you got a scholarship, did you? That's
yeah,
awesome.
full ride, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Congrats.
The college environment as well is very interesting. It's different to Australia, where I know when I went to uni, you just go to your lecture, go home,
likewise.
basically. In America, it's full on all about
Oh, yeah.
embracing the college
are
environment.
huge.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, sometimes you could make an argument college football is almost as big as NFL within their own area.
within their own little ones. Same with like the Premier League over in England, like all the little towns, and they all just embrace it. Yeah. No, living overseas, there's nothing like it. I did it when I was in my mid-20s, so a lot younger than that. But like, makes you realise the world, like, grow up quick. You grow up quick. You stand on your own 2 feet. I wish I left when I was earlier, so I was only 2 years over in Europe. So you're gonna have a ball. That's great.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about it?
A little bit. I'm more excited, to be honest. I cannot wait. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be so different as well. I'm just ready to embrace just a new lifestyle. And
That's the right
obviously-
attitude to have.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely in a different culture as well, because America is a lot different to Australia.
Yeah, that's
where I
right.
work.
Well, it'll be interesting as well so how much time do you devote to golf, and do you do any type of academic study, or what do you actually do?
Yeah, we still have to, how they do it in America, you have to get a GPA. So we have to hold a certain GPA, otherwise they'll kick us from the team.
Oh, really? So if you don't, that's right. They
You
do
have
that
to
with
keep your
football
grades.
as well. If you keep a certain level.
To keep your grades up. I only know
You're
that
staying
from
the
watching
team.
Remember the Titans and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we learn all that stuff from the movies, basically.
Yeah, because part of my scholarship also comes from my academics. So they expect that to still be pretty good.
How did you find your Year 12 exams and being in Year 12 as well? It feels like yesterday for me, but it's passed by so quickly. But how did it go?
Well, overall, I quite enjoyed Year 12, just everything about it. Being the final year, you're getting all the exciting stuff like formal, graduation.
Yeah.
The exams weren't too bad.
Don't worry about exam. What people forget about it after 2 months. Believe me.
Yeah, I mean, it was because I had committed to a college. I kind of just focused on school.
Yeah.
And just put a lot of time into that. So it wasn't too bad, I didn't think.
Yeah.
I mean, it did take a lot of work to get the grades that I kind of needed. And yeah.
You got to practice your golf as well and keep that going too.
Yeah.
So could that be hard to balance?
Yeah, at some stages it did get quite hard because I'd have 4 different assignments due that weekend, and it's I have to get these in, otherwise it's a 0. So golf kind of just went to the backside for a bit, but now that I'm done.
Yeah, exactly right. You're going to miss her, Will? That's a silly question, I know, but
I'm pretty excited to get the spare room, babe.
that's understandable, I suppose. So, just in terms of you want to obviously be a pro, etc., what's the plan? What do they do? Do you finish the 4 years and then you go into... Do you compete in amateur championships over there? How does it all work?
Well, how it works in America, we just play a bunch of tournaments, and that's within the colleges.
Right.
And it's sort of to be honest, I've got a lot of learning to do because it's a bit different. It's kind of difficult to understand. But I play against different tournaments, and then I think there's a conference championship.
Right.
But a lot of it's just to do with inter-college tournaments. But then I can play in other tournaments like the US Girls Amateur and then the US Women's Amateur over there.
Yeah.
And I can probably play in other tournaments as well. Because I don't think there's a direct path straight out of college to go pro. I think it's you have to qualify for different tournaments and kind of go from there.
Is it a common thing for young golfers in Australia? Because I've heard of stories where people have gone over to the US and go to college after finishing year 12.
Yeah.
Some stay at the course and take the path here, particularly, if they win a multiple amount of amateur championships. Yep. Sometimes they take the path here. Is there, I guess, was that something to consider as well?
Oh, look, without a doubt it was for her. I mean, as parents, you've only got so many certain means, and if she never got the full ride over in America, there's no way we could afford it, because you're probably looking anywhere up to $50,000 a year American just to get her over there.
50 a year, yeah, that's what it is in the US, yeah.
You've got the food, the accommodation,
it adds up.
Everything. So it gets up there pretty quickly. And then, she's going to be a member of 5 different golf courses over there. So if you add that on, and then the travel and everything like that, it's some of those scholarships, they're worth, hundreds of thousands of dollars, which isn't in our means. But for her to stay here in Adelaide and do the pathway, there's some pretty successful golfers like Caitlin Pearce who's just gone through that. You win certain tournaments, you get world ranking points, that gets you into another tournament.
Yep.
Off you go. So there is a pathway here to do. It's just you got to pick which one's right for you. And I think the college thing was what she likes. And that sort of stuff, definitely. Especially being 18 now, so...
Exactly. I like how you mentioned Caitlin Pearce. She's about 21, I think. She's in her early 20s and has sort of gone through the ranks. I remember watching her I think a regional qualifier for the New South Wales Open, which they have next year. Yeah. And she was part of that, I think, in Wagga. They go around New South Wales and things like that. Have you had much to do with her, Jamie, or you just watch her?
Well... She played in a lot of tournaments here in SA that we did, or that I did. She was never really in the junior stuff at the same time I was, because she's quite a bit older. But we sort of have done a bit of travel together. I think me and one of my friends from golf, Imogen, who also does a bit of golf with me and travels around. We stayed with her over in Queensland one time. So
she was also your state coach this year.
Oh yeah. Oh, for the last 2 years.
18s,
for the last 2 years, she was the captain for the junior interstate team. So
okay, there you go. So you actually mix pretty well. I mean, there'd be a level of competition, but it's not like it's that heated that you hate each other or anything like that. Yeah, you get along.
On the course, it's like you tear each other up, but then outside, it's like we're all friends.
There's no sledging, is there? Does that happen or not? Well, you'd be far enough away from each other though, even though you go in packs effectively throughout the 18 holes.
There's not really any sledging, because it's kind of like you just keep to yourself. You have to be quiet because that's golf etiquette.
Yeah, etiquette, courtesy, yeah.
We've been watching too much Happy Gilmore, I think. Basically.
I think the look says it all sometimes, though.
Yeah,
don't mess with me, don't.
Yeah, especially when I'm caddying, I do not say something at times,
We'll continue this conversation. We've got the first at Gosford coming up. It's the heats for the Gosford Cup, of course, tonight, Toddy. So I'll just have a quick tip here. Froggy did it's a favourite. It's not a very good race, this one. I'm going with the one time lapse because it finished runner-up last year.
Yeah, well, this is a party putt by default. This lineup's it's about as alluring as a vegan buffet for me. Not really my cup of tea. Time lapse is the only dog in this race which has got a placing in its form. Number 7, Froggy did it. Yes, this is a drop in grade, but just go with the dog which is well drawn and at least has done it on the track. Time lapse for me, but you no need to knock on your neighbour's door and ask to borrow more than a cup of sugar. Don't go hard on this one.
All right, I'm probably in the same camp as you. Rock has texted in.
He's loving it. Rock's
saying
loving
he's rubbish at golf. He's in his 50s and still learning heaps. Don't stop learning. It's fantastic. You reckon you'll play, the two of you, JB and Taylor, will you play golf? I'll start with you, Taylor. Is that going to be a long-term thing, or is it still early days yet? You'll probably keep playing regardless of how far you go.
I mean, hopefully I want to keep playing. It's very fun to be out with your friends for 4 hours, walking around, enjoying nature, but it really depends what's going to happen in the future and everything like that, because golf just takes so much out of you and stuff like that, but it's so fun.
Is it easy to lose your temper as well, Jay? I find it's bloody easy to lose your temper.
I reckon there would be some great dummy spits. There'd be some great dummy spits.
There's been John Daly.
Yeah.
Actually, John Daly was, he just had the cigarette hanging out the mouth half the time and didn't care, I reckon. But, what about you? You obviously, you've got great plans, but was that something, regardless of what level you reach, you'll play it forever?
Yeah, I reckon so. I enjoy the sport. I love it so much. It's great fun just to go out there, and even if it's just practicing, playing, it's just actually pretty relaxing sometimes.
Yeah.
So it definitely would be something I do when I get older, even if I don't become pro, because it's good fitness and just will keep me active. So
yeah, fair enough too. They're underway at Gosford. You reckon the one's going to hold on?
And we need the 2 to go real wide here, which it has.
Come on, the one.
Not enough for mine. No excuses for the one. It led fair and square.
Overrun.
Fair and square. The 7 was a bit disappointing, but that was a bit disappointing race. Third favourite, Stylish Gilbert, hasn't finished better than 4th in. Not only has it not finished better than 4th in a 13 start career, that's its first ever placing, and it just happened to be first. So that kind of says enough.
Ours as well, typical. But at least we laid the favourite there. That's the main thing.
We got the favourite. No excuses. Can't make one. Won't make one.
Yeah, that's it. 2, 1, and 4 the numbers. First at Albion Park's coming up in around 5 minutes. How was your Christmas? I should ask that, Will. Did it all go all right?
Yeah, Christmas is always good, mate. But as a tradie, you don't get much time off leading up to it.
Yeah.
We do a lot of shutdown work, so I was in bed quite early. Enjoying the festivities very early.
That's understandable, I suppose. But everything went to plan. That's the main thing.
Yeah, look, it did. We all got home safe. That was a nice bit. And yeah, the girls, she went out as an 18-year-old does now. Apparently everyone goes out Christmas night, so...
Christmas night, yeah. Well, I suppose you get bored by the time you get to 2 p.m. That's the reality, isn't it?
There's only so much backyard cricket you can play.
Yeah. That's basically it. I would imagine that. Thank you for coming in.
It's been a great chat.
Yeah, best of luck with your golfing pursuits. And who knows, we could say, she might be world number one. Well, either of them, Jamie or Taylor, might be a world number one day. And we could say we did is this your first ever interview? Anytime. First ever interview of any kind or not? Or have you? You've done it before. Okay. Yeah,
I've had a few interviews before.
Okay.
That's good little
first
bag.
interview during a Christmas v New Year.
We'll take
period.
it.
Yeah, we'll take it. Thank you for coming in.
It's been great. Great chat.
Thanks for having
really
us.
Appreciate it.
No worries.
You're very welcome. Rock sends his best, by the way, too. He's been listening in. He's been busy on the old text line, Rock. I just enjoyed having the chat and wishes you all the best, too.
Yeah, he says he's broken a lot of clubs over the years. Just before we head to the break, first at Albion Park, is there anything you like here, Toddy?
One of the better races for the night too, and it happens to be race 1. Kia Kaha for mine. I love the fact it's got a vacant box next to it. Hate the fact now there's only 7 dogs. We only got 2 dividends. But I'm playing this dog each way. If it leads, it's a serious chance. Jay is a freak of an animal, but he's become a bit hot and cold since coming back from a spell. Magistrate deserves to be favourite, but I don't know if it deserves to be that short. Kia Kaha for mine. Look, I'm happy. The price. I don't like the draw, but the price has sucked me in again. I'm going each way to 6, please.
I'm each way to 3. Comedy Act. It's going for 3 in a row, so it's been in pretty good form. $9.50 the win, $3.40 the place. So hopefully we can start off Albion Park on a winning note. Thanks once again for coming in, Will, Taylor, Jamie. Appreciate it. Best of luck in the new year at college as well. I'm sure you'll absolutely love it over there. So,
thank you.
And hopefully, the golf goes well as well. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.